I don't have my headset this morning, so I'm gonna just talk a little louder. So thank you for coming to this video. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday morning. It is 23 degrees. It is clear skies. Clear skies. I'm headed to school. So my name is Cindy and I'm a teacher and I'm a mom. I have 13 kids and of course I have a husband, and yeah, same parents. Like, it's not a merged family. Same mom and dad, same last name, no twins, no triplets. And yeah, so my oldest and youngest are 20 years apart. And I'm a math teacher, and I also work on the boards in my town. I work on the school board, the library trustee board, the ethics committee, and some other little things. I go to the meetings in my town to figure out how it all works. And I've met some really awesome people in my town. I've met some hard people in my town too. And I would say social media is really great because you can learn things about, your town, about programs that are happening, make announcements. It's also a place where people can find you and speak badly of you and cut you down, all that kind of fun stuff. So it's been interesting running into the elections. School board is coming up to 3 years. So that means that I've been working in this town stuff for over 3 years because I had to run for that elected position. And right now in our town in New Hampshire, it is time for people to step up and volunteer to take any open seats that might be available. And something I've learned is usually if you ran before, you will get elected again. And so sometimes people keep running year after year, term after term, and sometimes people run for a shorter term. And I am actually not running for a second term because I am now a New Hampshire state representative. So I ran for that and I got that position. And yeah, I don't think one person should do everything. So I'm sort of leaving my seat for someone else to take, and I'm kind of anxious to find out who it's going to be. But the other thing I've learned in town elections is not very many people step up. A lot of people like to complain, but they don't like to step up and do it themselves. So we have openings in our town for lots of different positions, and I'm hoping we're going to get some people that maybe I don't expect that are going to step up and help out, because I think that part of the reason we have terms is because it gives you a chance to either rotate in or rotate out. And it also gives you a chance to, rerun if you want to. But if you are like me, if you finish your term, you don't have to feel obligated to keep going. Although I wish I could keep going, because now that I know everything, feel like I feel comfortable there. Like, I don't always agree with all of the decisions that the school board makes, but I feel like I'm a part of it, rather than the new person asking a million questions. I feel like I can ask deeper questions now. But before I ran for school board, I also went to the meetings and asked a lot of questions as a citizen. In our state, we have mandated by the state that the school board has to open for 30 minutes public comment. And very rarely do people even come and make a public statement about anything. And then they complain on social media. It's kind of frustrating. People will say, you know, what should I do? And I'd be like, you know, go get 10 more friends and come back and say it again, you know, because if the people in the town are just, you know, paying their money and they don't pay attention, you can't expect someone else to vote the way you want them to vote when they don't even talk to you. You know, they're voting the way they want to vote. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to this video. I'm on my way to school. It's 25 degrees, and last week was so cold that I expect this week is going to feel like the new spring. 30 degrees is the new spring. Somebody said the last few days that when President Trump was doing all the executive orders, he canceled global warming. It almost seems like it. It almost seems like global warming is over now. It has been so cold, and unfortunately I've heard of some tragedies because of the cold weather. We have a family member that in Georgia, this woman slipped on the ice and broke her leg in Georgia last week. And this affects us because I have family members that are helping out with the situation. And so that's really crazy. Imagine being, you know, born and reared in Georgia, and then you fall and slip on the ice. Like, how often do they even have ice? It's very sad. And then I heard just either yesterday or the day before of this terrible accident in Pensacola, Florida. A woman, seemed like she was probably, you know, 40s or 50s, and her adult daughter were driving in Pensacola, Florida, and it didn't say that it had something to do with the snow and ice, but I know they did get snow and ice last week. But they had a car accident. Both of them passed away. I think it was the Hicks family. So very sad news. So, you know, not only is it cold, it's really not funny because those people don't know how to drive, and they don't have the equipment to take care of it. I mean, it's kind of fun to make a snowman and to play in the snow, but people that drive, I mean, I went to college in South Carolina. I remember we had some snow there when I lived there, and we took the days off. Like, I had several days off that year. I was a teacher that year, and took several days off, and we went to our friend's house and we just stayed there until it was all over. So it's just not safe in the South to drive in the snow. They don't have the tires for it. They don't have the experience to drive in the snow. So very sad news. But here it's already up to 27 degrees. I have a scarf on right now, this red scarf I made over the weekend, and it is made out of bulky suede yarn. And I can't wait today. We have our crochet club, and I'm going to show the kids. We have, like, I don't know how many students. I think it's like 30 students that are excited about learning how to crochet. I work at a small Christian school, and I've been asking my kids, like usually 9th to 12th, I will ask them, do you want to learn how to knit or crochet? Just let me know. And, you know, nobody takes me up on it. Actually, last year I had a few girls that took me up on it, and they loved it. Like, they just enjoyed knitting. They actually did knitting. Their goal was to knit socks, but they didn't really get to the sock knitting. But one girl made several scarves, and she sold a couple in the craft fair that we had right before Christmas. And so now we opened it up to 5th and 6th graders, and they can't wait to learn how to crochet. So this is going to be our second time having the crochet club, and I'm really excited about it. We'll see where it leads. I'm told them, you know, find something that you can't wait to make. I have a lot of yarn that they can use. This I bought myself at Michael's, and it was kind of thick, and I thought it would be great for this time of year. Nice and warm, fun to wear, soft, and it's a scarf like with little holes, so you put a piece of the scarf right through it, through the hole, and then bring it up to your neck, so it's nice and warm. And so I figured this would be good too when I go to the State House. I have to park a little ways away from the State House and then take a little walk. So I figured that, you know, I need to dress warm for that. And that's it, you know. Over the weekend I kind of rested a lot. I kind of hurt my back, so I'm kind of resting. And when I was leaving the State House on Friday, I saw them making some ice sculptures, and they said they were going to be all done with them on Saturday. So my husband and I drove up to look at the ice sculptures, and I posted a photo of one of them. They were really fascinating. There was a lighthouse, an eagle. The winner was a scorpion. And I saw a picture on Facebook, I didn't realize, but in the nighttime, they put on colored lights. So they had colored lights on all of the really beautiful ice sculptures. And they said they were going to leave them there until today, I guess. But it's been so cold, I'm sure that they're not melting, you know? Not like in some areas where they put stuff like that and the stuff melts and they have to, you know, it's just gone. But it's been so cold that melting hasn't been happening. Like the snow that we have, usually it will snow, get a little bit warm, and then it will melt, but it's sticking around. And we're supposed to be getting some snow again middle of the week, I believe. So yeah, winter's not over. January is almost over. Usually up here in this area, mid-February is when it starts getting warmer temperatures. So if we can get to the end of February, we're starting to feel the spring coming a little bit, little by little. So yeah, that means time to start thinking about gardening and what we're going to do about that. I would like to put some garden stuff out. I did not even do it last year. I just said, you know, I'm just not into it. This time of year is really hard because my son had the ski accident in January and his birthday was March 1st, so these next few weeks are hard. But I also have two grandsons that were born. One was born let's see, March, I can't even remember the exact day, maybe March 3rd, and he'll be almost 2 years old. And then I have another grandson that was born wow, they're kind of close in age. Yeah. Oh, okay, so one of them's 2, the one in Georgia's almost 2. The one that lives in close to me, he's almost 1, and they're about a year apart. It's kind of strange how that happened. And but the 1-year-old, he's almost bigger than the 2-year-old, so they're both adorable. And so we do have those blessings. And life is hard sometimes, you know, and there's a lot of hard things going on in the world. So all we can do is do our best one day at a time. And I hope that you're having a good day today. And I hope that you would check out my Psalms. I'm trying to read through Psalms and give a little commentary and just talk about it a little bit, kind of for myself and maybe to share with others for encouragement. So I'm going to sign off now, and I'm headed to work. I'll be there soon, and I hope you have a great